We are live. This week 15, game number 10 of the 2021 NFL season.
From
It is
US
featuring
Bank Stadium in Minneapolis.
the Chicago Bears going up against the Minnesota Vikings at US Bank Stadium in Minnesota. So let this go. See you all after the game.
We'll see Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings taking on Mitchell Trubisky and the Chicago Bears. And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And they're going to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Under center for the Vikings, out comes the former Michigan State Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
Leadership skills apparent early in his life, carried over not just in high school but in college, where he was a three-time captain of the Michigan State Spartans and learned the art of the comeback early in his career there, and actually capped off his career with a big comeback in a bowl game before going off to the NFL.
A first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that's taken in. It's B.C. Johnson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. This is good. I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on the punt. DeAndre Carter back deep. And we'll swing it by. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bears take over. Mitchell Trubisky taking the field to lead Chicago. Trubisky, the Ohio native, went to North Carolina, then drafted by these Bears as the number 2 pick in 2017.
And one of the few knocks on him coming out of North Carolina was just actual game experience, just 13 starts in college. But he worked so hard at making up for that lost time. He loves the game, crazy about the film room, and guys just naturally gravitate towards him. I think he's got a chance to be an excellent leader and player.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 16. From the shotgun, he'll throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky. A quick hand to Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Trubisky's throw pulled in by Robinson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3 yards to gain there, 2nd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Torrey Cohen. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on there gets a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go. But you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, let that dagger play. Let that play just finish him off right now, because I think they'd love to get that big advantage early.
5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all it does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. So they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down to about the 42. Right into the 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
It's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, God just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Trubisky throwing complete to Komet, the tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. They'll buy some time running. They'll try and run it. And it'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. The catch made by Miller. And he will have the Bears Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. We're scoreless after one. So for the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A 3-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out. But they'll do so fatigued.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send us away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. They start the drive with Cook. And this will go into a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he got down right around the 37. 7 yards there on the 1st down.
So many teams have to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run, Cook, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Jefferson. The Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Back to the ground. Caught. He's going to get this inside the 30. Back to that nice plays. 12 yards that time on 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. But we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him playing very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run to Madison, and he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 19-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios. He's on 4th down, solid coverage by the Bears D. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And Bailey knocked it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I'm talking to enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, let's just like make it an extra point piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. But he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. It's incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And now it's 2nd down.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing here to Trubisky. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get that and bring it down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. J.J. Osborne deep for Minnesota. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
That is complete here on the first play of the drive. He's taken down and able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Cousins trying to get his guys up to the line of scrimmage quickly. First down, here's Cousins. It's knocked away and incomplete. There defensively was Buster's screen to knock it away.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and can be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. It's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph, and it's 3rd down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Cousins goes down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the second time. defense as they take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get out for the half.
Now Trubisky on first down, steps away, and now he's going to use his legs. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Again, it's Trubisky. Standing up, he's going to keep it, and he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short game when he took off running.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Five yards remain on 2nd down. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. The Vikings after him, and they get that for the sack. Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We just watched a fine first half from quarterback Mitchell Trubisky. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go in the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. He'll get that complete to his tight end Connect. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4, second down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, now coaches want to catch the football first.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Nice job there utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. The field is Robinson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10, down at the 33. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Out right side by Robinson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Mooney. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Again, it's Trubisky. And now it's not going to run. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I think it was a big adjustment, with much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Here's Trubisky to throw. To the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it's a well-timed collision to turn that one free.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Now it's Trubisky. He's going to deep this one as down he goes. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side said, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Now KJ Osborne. And it's a pretty good return here, so get this up to the 29. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll drop to throw. This one going by Jefferson. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Cook. And very little room to maneuver. They'll get this down to about the 39. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Third and short yardage, Cousins. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
A lot of times, just that first read that you have, maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start out right at Montgomery. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
Loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep pounding here in Montgomery. And he's able to get a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
Let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want it backed up where he has an altar when he does.
And they'll get him down short of 1st down, right on the 10-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out comes Minnesota. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Cousins, he's going to go for a big play downfield. And too much juice, so the out of bounds incomplete.
Weeks into the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he will have the Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Cousins now throw on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To the air again, it's Cousins. It's incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. And has at the tight end. And he will have the Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking 1st down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Cousins again. And Rudolph has it left side. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, it's Cousins. The throw complete to Beebe. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line. Given 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Cook. And he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
It's a good place in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And again, touchdown, Minnesota. Devin Cook taking it in. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yes, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. The 10th play of that time. And it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Devin Cook. Level now with 10 apiece as the kick's away. Now it's Peterson. And now a roll across the 25 to the 27. Onto the field now come the Bears. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 27. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And now it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They're going to let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. He's brought down by Eric Wilson.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Trubisky's pulled in by Robinson. Now this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for the number one receiver.
Yeah, you'd think they'd be ready for that time. They weren't. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try to counter here. Cohen. And they go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Run with Montgomery, and they'll get him down right about the 20. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a 10-yard gain there to set them up 1st and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead. So how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about it if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who put it to the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through.
And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime and ended at this juncture? That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Now the point after try for Santos. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. That time a 9-play drive, and it was polished off by a Tariq Cohen touchdown. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Here's Osborne. And the return is going to stop just shy of the 30-yard line. So Cousins and the Vikings trailing 17-10, a little over 20 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Now Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.
Alright guys, there you have it. The Bears are winners over the Vikings 17-10. Gonna end the stream. I'll be back Friday for another live stream. Gonna take tomorrow off because of my doctor's appointment. So please like and subscribe, and I see you all Friday. Have a rest of your Wednesday and have a great day and night on Thursday.